Hi, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's almost December, and we have some really great activities coming up to keep things going for the rest of 2020. So, today I am very excited to release a brand new Holiday Nutcracker Snacker series. And this has been illustrated and created completely by GoGo Speech. This series includes two separate digital activities. So you'll be able to use the Christmas Nutcracker Snacker or the Hanukkah Nutcracker Snacker, or you can use both of them with each of your kids. And your kids are going to have so much fun celebrating the holidays with these. As usual, you're going to be able to adjust the way that you play these games for the particular speech and language goals that you'll be working on with your kids. So you'll definitely be able to use it in group sessions as well, since it's super easy to target several different goals using this one resource. For this game, we're going to be getting ready for Christmas or Hanukkah by decorating some holiday themed cookies. But we'll have to watch out because there's going to be some sneaky characters in the room who might try to snatch those yummy cookies from us. So we're going to start on this beginning scene, and you can say, "Wow, look at all these Christmas decorations. Are those nutcrackers? They look like some of the characters that we know, huh?" Now, I really need your help because I'm trying to get ready for my Christmas party, but I still have to do one more thing to get ready for it. Can you guess what that is? We have to decorate the cookies. It is so super important that I have some really yummy cookies for the party, okay? So you're gonna go through decorating each of the cookies by putting the frosting on first and then putting the sprinkles on. And you're gonna start with the cookie that's closest to you and work your way down. Now I'm gonna have a spoon ready so I can dip it in the frosting and spread it onto the cookies. And for the sprinkles, I might just use my fingers and sprinkle them on. Now you can prompt your kids to tell you what to do. Scoop the frosting, spread it on the snowflake cookie. Scoop the frosting, put on, put in, put on, put on. And you're going to click the arrow each time to move to the next background to add the frosting. We're going to put the sprinkles on, put in, sprinkle on, pick up, drop the sprinkles, sprinkles on candy cane, on star, Christmas tree. Yes, all of our toppings are gone. We finished decorating. And you're going to adjust the language that you use during this whole decorating process based on the sounds or the grammar or the core words or vocabulary that you're working on. And if you want, you can also have your kids do the motions to pretend to spread the frosting and to add the sprinkles too. And that might be really motivating for them. Now, once you finish decorating each of these cookies, you're going to say, "Oh, we finished. We're all set for the party." Uh-oh. And here you might use some problem solving skills. Did someone unplug the lights? I know the Christmas tree plugs into the wall. Where can we look for the plug? Maybe it's behind the tree. Let's look. Grab the plug it in. The lights came back on. I'm so glad we got that fixed. Now we can be all set for that party. Where's our beautiful cookies? We worked so hard on those cookies. So here you'll see if your kids can figure out that the nutcrackers are not where they were before the lights went out. And while you're talking about how they're on the floor now, what? They just moved again? Maybe those nutcrackers have something to do with these missing cookies. Now you get to go through and check each of these nutcrackers to see if we can find our cookies in their mouths. So you're going to start with the nutcracker that's closest to you. And you can target lots of different goals here, from basic core words to formulating sentences and incorporating lots of target sounds. So you might say, "Get the nutcracker." How are we going to open her mouth? Lift the lever or pull up. No cookies in there. Push down, put back, and you'll go through each of these nutcrackers. So let's try this guy next. Grab the nutcracker, lift the lever, no cookies, push down, put back. So then for the chipmunk, wait a second, we can't lift the lever, it's already up. Maybe this one we have to pull down or push down. That's not cookies. Push up. We can't put them back yet. We have to check the basket. Open the basket for acorns. Close the basket. Put back. Then we have the regular nutcracker last. Grab the nutcracker. Lift up. No cookies there either. Push down. Put Then who took our cookies? I don't know if we'll ever solve this mystery. At least we know it's not the Nutcrackers, though, right? Do you see something? They're getting closer to me. Oh no, you're right. What are they gonna do? Uh-oh. The lights went out. You're gonna throw your extra green fabric over you if you're using a green screen. Wait a second. Did I turn into a nutcracker? Maybe they're trying to frame me. And you can work on what it means to frame someone for something here. Or you can just say, what if they turned me into the nutcracker who stole the cookies? But didn't those cookies have lots of creamy frosting all over them? If I'm really the one who stole the cookies, what would I have all over my hands? Should we check? And you can have your kids say, can I check your hands? Or let's see your hands. Or show me. Or hands up. Oh no! How did that frosting get there? It wasn't me. All right, we got to figure out what's going on here. I'm going to open my mouth and you are going to try to reach in and see if you can pull out any cookies, okay? Pretend to reach in. What? We found them? I know I did not steal those cookies. I think the Nutcrackers are trying to make it look like it was me that stole the cookies. But it wasn't me. Do you think I would steal those cookies? Would you steal the cookies? Then you might say, I like to do nice things for people, and it is not very nice to steal things. Do you like to do nice things for people too? Maybe if you tell me one really nice thing you do for other people, it will help give us the magic we need to turn me back into Miss Abby. And you can give some examples of really nice gestures that people do for each other if they need that support. You can also just use this as an opportunity for your child to say a target sentence with target sounds or whatever you may be working on in order to turn you back to normal. I'm back to normal and we have our cook. Oh no, not again. We already had to deal with those troublemaking nutcrackers. There's something behind me. The Nutcracker King? Maybe he is the one who unplugged the lights. And maybe he's the one who turned me into a nutcracker. You see our cookie on his head, frosting and sprinkles on his face. Maybe he's the one who stole our cookies. Quick, let's grab that cookie. Grab the cookie. Put on the plate. How can we try to get him to open his mouth if there's no lever? Maybe we can tell him or ask him to open his mouth. Open your mouth, Nutcracker King, or please open. Let me see. There they are. He did take them. Reach in, grab the cookies, put them on the plate. We saved the cookies. Now I think we need to put this Nutcracker somewhere where we can keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. On the shelf. No more trouble for you, Nutcracker King. I almost didn't have any left for the party. Now, since you worked so hard getting them back, I think we should pretend to eat one. Which one would you pick to eat? And I feel like my kids will be pretty quick to say that they have their own cookies in their kitchen, and they'll probably grab one at the end to celebrate too. So you can see there are two scenarios at the end where you can turn into a nutcracker, and then after that, the real Nutcracker King comes out. And I plan to use both of those scenarios and just follow the sequence of the activity because I am using a green screen. But if you're screen sharing or using this in your face-to-face sessions, you can either delete the slides with the blank faces, which were designed to be used as virtual backgrounds, or you can go into the PowerPoint ahead of time and insert a picture of your face so it still looks like you turned into a nutcracker and your kids will still get a kick out of it. Now I'll just quickly go through and show you the Hanukkah version, which is similar, but with some different decorations and different characters. You'll see this one has Gogo and Cece and the dog from our Halloween to Remember story, while the Christmas version featured Sam and Lily from our Dino Hunt and Bug Hunt stories, and our Chipmunk, of course, from the Chomp and Chipmunk game. We have some Hanukkah themed cookies to decorate. So you're gonna go through the same thing, scoop it up, spread it on, do all the sprinkles, and then the beautiful menorah and the holiday lights go out. So we're gonna look behind the menorah or look behind the candles. Plug in. Lights are back on. Our cookies are gone. They moved. Now we have to check the nutcrackers. Lift it up. No cookies there. So you're going to do the same thing that you did. You're going to check each of the nutcrackers. Okay, put back. And the dog you push down. He has bones in his mouth. That's not our cookies. Push up. Put back. No cookies there. And just like the Christmas edition, you will have the nutcrackers come toward you, and then you'll cover yourself up and oh no, I turned into a nutcracker king again. Just like the Christmas edition, you'll turn into a nutcracker and you'll check your hands. Uh-oh, you're gonna have your kids pretend to pull out the cookies. They were in my mouth. And you'll have the child say one really nice thing that they did for someone or one thing they like to do for people. Whoa, you saved me. And you're going to find the Nutcracker King who stole our cookies. The cookie is in his crown. Grab the cookie, put on the plate, open your mouth. Grab the cookies, put on the plate. We got to put him somewhere where we can keep an eye on him. On the shelf. Now, these activities may last several sessions with your kids. Maybe you'll first work on decorating the cookies with your kids and then save the mystery and detective work for the next session when the cookies go missing. I know I have some kids who are going to want to decorate cookies again, so I might repeat this activity in another session, and I might say I want to decorate these cookies to bring over to the nice lady who lives next door to me, since she always brings me cookies for the holidays. Or maybe there's a cookie making contest at school, so we have to make some really nice cookies so we can bring them into school tomorrow, or whatever you want to say to add a little twist to the story. All right, guys, as always, make sure you're following GoGo Speech on Instagram and Facebook so you can see our sneak peeks and find the occasional social media freebies that we put out. And I really hope you guys have a blast with this one and it gets you excited for the holidays. I can't wait to hear all about how you're using it with your kids. And I can't wait to see those photos and videos of you guys turning into a bunch of troublemaking nutcrackers. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.